In both schools, the teachers and staffs were welcoming and friendly. I found that the schools had the same equipment and technology, however, one of the school classrooms was much larger in size. The schools were located in a mostly middle-class neighborhood, and most of the students seemed to have the same SES status. The students in the classroom were well behaved, they were attentive and engaging in all the activities. I didn't observe any teachers having problem with their students behavior-wise. Most of the teachers carried themselves in a stern manner in order to properly manage their classrooms. In my observations, the teachers held high expectations for their students. They made these expectations clear to the students so that they would have no excuse not to uphold them. The teachers posted the rules of the classroom clearly for all the students to view, and if any of them broke the rules, they had several consequences in place. Some that I observed were timeout, or they had to move their name cards, and the more times they moved them, it would end up with a phone call home. I also observed that the teachers displayed students' work around the classroom, recognizing their achievement. The teachers were encouraging to their students. When they were doing good, they encouraged it with saying good job or thank you, when, and the teacher didn't have to be constantly monitoring them. In the classrooms, they had centers as part of their day where students had to work independently. This allowed them to take control of their own learning, which encouraged them to work independently and encouraged them to explore on their own and take learning into their own hands. As I did my observations, my question was answered by the classroom procedures and the way the teachers carried themselves in the classroom. They made it apparent what codes were in place that upheld their expectation for student achievement and behavior. I didn't think that some of the younger classes I observed in were able to follow some of the procedures as well as they did and behave as properly without the teacher having to constantly monitor them or reminding them. However, most students knew what they had to do and the teacher didn't have to constantly tell them. All the students knew what they had to do and did not have to be told. From my experience, I learned that it's important to incorporate different rules to fit all students in a diverse setting. It's important that they understand and are clear of their expectations in order to become successful students and successful in their lives. I found that it's also important to expose students to different diverse aspects within my teaching in order for them to better communicate with each other. If they're able to communicate with each other, they're more likely to become successful and have proper behavior.